before it was all about serving. When I was younger, it was about serving the patients. Great customer service, great dentistry, always helping them enjoy coming to the dentist. But now that I've gotten older, we still do that and even helping the community, but I'm now focused more on my team, the people that I spend most of my time with. Instead of just focusing on the patients that are coming through the door, it's focusing on their lives. They're excellent with the patients. They're putting their personal problems or things that they're worried about at the door. They leave it at the door and they're coming in. They're serving the patients.
Take my coat off.
Yeah, take your coat off. Here, you do that. Not really.
My husband said we were talking.
As you know, we have a comfort menu, so I've already got a blanket and pillow. I know you like that. Is there anything else you would like from the comfort menu? That's the best feedback we can get when someone says it's a treat to come to the dentist.
And I also will say that listening to the girls at the front desk is amazing.
Kickboxing class.
Oh my gosh.
Get some
No,
aerobics.
that's hard. That deals with a lot of balance.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you? Thank you for coming today. I'm glad to have y'all tucked in too.
Oh, no problem. Oh, it's going to be fun. It is.
How could it not be fun with Amy?
At a dentist.
Stick your tongue forward.
Thank you.
Dr. Samatides just walked in and he said he would come in. Yeah.
You were a no-show.
Good to see you. How's that area feeling?
Good. It's getting better.
Like I said, having awesome patients like Ann come in just so joyful and smiling and kind to everybody. I mean, I wish everybody could be as kind and joyful as she
Well, when you open up the door, it starts here with your family.
Yeah.
We've worked so hard to get where we are, and I will tell you, it took a year to get to where we are, because when I came, I spent a lot of last year, kind of just making sure we had the right people in place, and we do now. We have such a good team. I've just been able to not only care about the people here, but do it in a way that is okay. Not everybody here is faith-based, and that's okay. But we are allowed to, ask people if we want to pray for them. And I feel like that makes a huge difference in people's lives, to know that we care about them.
Thank you for holding this. This is Katie. I'm doing well. How are you? She does all of the trainings. Oh, okay. Let me check. You're welcome. We have our axe throwing coming up on the 21st. So what are you guys thinking for food? I have sent out an email for people to get that information back to me by tomorrow, so that we can have Haley make the pretty buttons on our shirts with the team names. So we were thinking like pub kind of food.
Yeah, that'd be easy.
Okay, and then
Are we still doing pats, maybe?
yeah. All right. So let's see. And you had an idea to do
Just doing like chips in like a veggie tray instead
From
of
like-
like fries.
How long have you been at Zoe?
almost 10 years. Yeah.
How has that decade been? How's that journey been?
Oh my gosh, it's been a roller coaster. Yeah, I literally walked across the street, was there for about 5 years, walked right across the street. It was like, I fit right in. So Dr. Samatides knew the dentist I worked for, and they were friends, and he decided to sell his practice. So I was kind of looking for a job, and this opportunity came up.
leave a little early today. I wanted to acknowledge some things today. We have a 10-year anniversary. Today, Olivia, come up here. We are celebrating 10 wonderful years with Abigail. With Olivia. So she's been with us 10 great years. You've seen a lot of changes over the years. I heard you have you like fashion. We went out, and I hear you're a big Golden Goose fan. I know that you love these shoes. And I wanted to let you know that
The shoestrings are on it.
yeah, the shoestrings are on. That these are a pair of shoes, but these shoes cannot replace all the wonderful memories you brought to our practice. But enjoy. Can I get a hug?
Yes. Thank you.
So y'all have had a long day. Thank you for your attention today. Go enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you back tomorrow, okay?
Dr. Stamatides and I and the leadership team just have the same vision. We want to be able to give more care to more people. So I feel like there's a lot of growth opportunity. We're always helping people grow, personally and professionally.
So I've known Katie since maybe 2017, 2018. She was my HR back then, and now she's my HR here. In the past, I've had jobs where they don't really recognize your accomplishments. Here they do. When we meet our goals here, we definitely get rewarded, and that, you feel recognized. You feel recognized for your accomplishments, and I definitely appreciate that.
When I look back on my career here at Zoe, I want to be successful. I mean, who doesn't want to be successful in their venture? But I also don't want to be the only one who was successful. I want everybody in my team, whatever their goals are, whatever their personal, professional goals are, I want them to look back and feel like their time here, they were cared for, and that they were successful too. That will make it very enjoyable for me. All right, you gotta hold on to him, okay?
Daddy, I forgot my backpack.
Okay, Mr. Barney, it's your turn.
A little bit more of growth, and I wanted something a little bit more stable and just with a little bit much better of an environment. Coming from a military background, to me it was important working somewhere where I liked to work and you just had more structure. I like the fact that I get a training plan. It's initially probably maybe my second week, but you get a standard training plan. You get every day where you know what's gonna happen, you know it's gonna be shown to you, you know what's expected of you.
Call him and ask him. Yes, call me. Mary Lou.
For some reason, Sabrina sticks out. But I
Okay,
could be wrong.
thank you.
Sabrina's the scheduling institute about the leadership.
I don't know if you guys know that he's a quick start, but he's always going everywhere, a million miles a minute. So if a thought hits him, he's gone, he's somewhere. And then I have to listen to the radio to make sure, you know, okay, they've called him to this room, I've got to go search for him, find out where he is and say, okay, let's go here.
Good job. What else? Thank you for your help.
It's like my daily tasks, anything in purple that I make sure to get done. So today I'm gonna do some refund checks for some patients, and you know, on top of these things, I'm also making sure he's getting his stuff done. So we've got some patient complaints that he's taken over while Caroline's on maternity leave.
Everybody knows what our systems are and what we should do, and then they all have the flexibility if something doesn't go as planned to go off script, knowing that they know what our core values are and knowing to give a good experience for the patient. We have systems, and then we give them the authority to kind of make some changes if things go off script.
It's never been, I've never been here past 6 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
It's very, very family, you know, you can go home, you can still do the things that you need to do at the end of the day.
And it's the culture. I may be the director, I may be the visionary for it, but I'm not the culture.
Wow.
The team comes together, they're
Yes.
part, they help create the culture.
Right.
Because without their participation, it's just a vision, right? But I've learned, and I'm slowly starting to realize, you know, really what's important. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. I think a lot of them appreciate it, whether it's intentional or unintentional. I think I try to do what's best for them. And sometimes what they don't like is sometimes the best thing for them, you know, when they're trying to push them to grow.
At Zoe Dental, all of our core values are faith-based. So, you know, we practice on a daily basis doing the right thing and, you know, continuing to be better than we were yesterday. Those are values that I want my children to practice daily as well. So when we come in, we have a board that has a circle drawn on it, and we have our photos of ourselves, and we actually take that photo and we place it into the bubble. And that's our way of being intentional and showing that we're gonna focus on the things that we can control, and we're gonna leave the things that are out of our control out of our mind for the day. It's just a way that we can kind of check in and remind ourselves to be positive and to really try to make a difference and an impact in every person that we encounter throughout the day.
God has a plan for everybody, and we have actually real free choice to do what we want to do too, whether it's in line with His teachings or whether it's our own vision of what we want to do. But hopefully they will coalesce, and if their purpose was to learn something here or grow here, maybe fail here. We've had people fail here and go on to do other things elsewhere, which is great.
Oh my gosh, you're driving. You're on your way here now? Okay.
I am hygiene coordinator. I keep the hygiene schedule full, so like cleanings. We want that schedule to stay full. When we have cancellations, I get people in. I was in childcare. It didn't really fit for me. I was kind of floating around, wondering what I'm going to do. I was an early Head Start teacher, and I was like, this isn't for me. I don't know what is for me, but I'm going to find it. I found the one at Zoe Dental, and I was like, this is it. Like, this is mine, because you didn't just apply. You didn't just submit your resume. You had to call, listen to the instructions, write a letter why this is for you. And I was like, this is my chance. And I show up, and there's all these people in the room. There were like 25 people. They took my picture, they tell me to sit down, I have a name tag, and I'm realizing like, okay, this interview isn't just for me. I'm never gonna make it. Like, look at all these people. I almost thought about leaving. I also thought maybe they're gonna sell me a timeshare. But anyway, I went through the interview just because I was already there, and thank goodness I did, because they called me back, and job and it just fits me perfectly. These people are my family. Like, I've made so many friends. Like, I can't imagine not being here. This is my job. This is for me. I'm really happy that I stayed and that it wasn't a timeshare.
I mean, the hardest thing to do, I remember reading, you're reading the Bible about, a mustard grain of faith can move a mountain. But it was even harder than that, is trying to move a human heart. That is probably the toughest thing to do in this world. So moving matter from one place, I mean, I can see that happening, but trying to change people's hearts, that's the most difficult thing, and that's what you need God for. He's the only person that can really, we can give the opportunity, we can sow the seed, but He's the only person that can really change your heart.
Good morning.
Is it Gemini?
Yes.
My name is Nikki. I'm going to be your hygienist.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You can follow me this way, okay?
Okay.
We do have a small spa area. We have blankets, essential oils, stress ball, warm cloth for your face after treatment if you'd like. We also have a state-of-the-art sterilization area. Everything's individually wrapped and sterilized just for you. And we're going to be in here today. All right, Gemini, I'm going to put your napkin on here.
Okay.
Now, can I get you something from the comfort menu?
Can I see the comfort menu?
Absolutely. You're very welcome. All right, here's everything that we have.
Wow.
All right, and if you'll tilt to me just a little bit. Good. So you're just gonna feel me going around everything, around your teeth. You let me know if anything bothers you. Go ahead and
So cute, it's stressful.
Isn't that great? I know. Good, open for me, good. All right, so Dr. Orlowski's gonna come in, he's gonna do your whole exam, and we'll figure out all the treatment that you need if you need me.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Dr. Orlowski to Craggy. Yeah. All right, Gemini, this is Dr. Orlowski.
Hi.
This is Gemini.
Nice to meet you.
So Gemini grew up in Atlanta. She's an actress. She recently was in the new Black Panther movie.
Are you in Atlanta?
I am.
Okay, just visiting Asheville.
I'm just visiting and I heard about this place and I heard you guys give all these good amenities and I was like, I have to come check it out because I didn't believe it, especially the massage chair.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And open. Any discomfort when you open or close like that?
No.
I have 2 cotton rolls here. I'm going to have you go ahead and open and bite together for me. A little bit of pressure on the right and on the left. Any discomfort when I put pressure on your jaw like that? Go to the bottom here. Again, all the wisdom teeth are present.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me take a look at your teeth here. I'm going to go ahead and sit you up and review your pictures and your x-rays with you.
Okay.
You have some history of some dental treatment, some fillings, crowns, and implant in your upper lip. At this point, we're at the point where we want to just protect the investments you made in your teeth and keep them healthy. Again, nothing to recommend treatment-wise for you.
Okay, everything looks great. Any questions for me about cleaning your teeth or future treatment?
No, you guys explained everything perfectly.
All right, fantastic. And I also want to give you this. This is just a little gift to you from us.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's for you. Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
All right, you can follow me up front this way.
Okay.
Craggy to front. All right, Melissa, so Gemini had her cleaning exam, her x-ray. She saw Dr. Orlowski today. Fantastic. No treatment needs. She's all set for 6 months. All right.
Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure, yeah. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
You know, just the fact that I felt like I could spend time with my patients and give them the quality care that they deserved and not be rushed through things and able to find out what their likes were, and even just simple things like, what do you like to do for fun? You know, we never had time at other practices to actually get to know our patient. It was more just like, how are your teeth? You know, what's the problem? Okay, let's address this, in and out, you're done. But here we really value the patient and want to know everything about them, and then each time they come back in, we're like, oh, how was your vacation? How was your trip? You know, how are your kids? Like, it's such more connection.
You can teach skills, you can't teach personality and values. I mean, you can to a degree, but people are who they are, and just making sure that we're bringing in the right people. So, and training them properly. We spend a lot of time and energy on training. Hey, Dad.
Okay.
Is that good? Ellie?
Yeah, you want some?
No, I'm not hungry right now. Dad, did you already took your, well, finish eating. No, they can wait. I want you to eat. I mean, I spend most of the days in the office. I only work from home on some Fridays, and I stay with him, but it's a big responsibility right now because since Mom passed away, I've taken on all of his finances and just, you know, making sure everything is paid and in order. Sometimes it's overwhelming to try to be everything to everyone, and I don't. I think that's just my personality. I want everybody to be taken care of. And
Good daughter. That's what I got.
I also couldn't do it without the support of the people at Zoe. Like, I enjoy going to work. I'm excited to get to see the people I work with. I've never had a job where I want to, you know, I'm not dreading going to work the next day, and that's how I feel there. I can't imagine being anywhere else right now, and you couldn't pay me any amount of money to leave. I mean, that's truly how I feel. Because it is a special bond that we have, and just the support and the culture that we have there is just something that I've never seen it anywhere else.
What are you busy doing?
That was a busy day. A lot of mental drain today and physical drain, but finished well still.
It is a challenge, but I think if you, yes, handsome.
Barney just licked the car.
It's okay.
The guest's car.
It's okay. He just licked it. We intentionally schedule things for our own self-care and date nights and special times with our kids. So it's really just a matter of carving out the time and planning for it.
A lot of people think Catholic means universal. It means complete. It's a Greek word, Katholikos is a Greek word and it means full, complete. So everything you need for your salvation is in the body of Christ. It's in the church. So it's one, it's holy, it's Catholic, it's apostolic, it's based on the teaching of the holy apostles. When we come to church, we are supposed to leave the world outside. We're supposed to leave our secular ideas, our thoughts, what we did in the morning, what we're going to do in the afternoon. We're supposed to leave that aside, set everything aside for a little bit, where we're coming in just to focus on Christ. Okay? But when we leave the church, we don't do the opposite. You're supposed to take it with you.
The church was a big part of it, right? We went to Greek school like Monday and Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. After regular school, like 2 days a week, we would go to Greek school, and then we'd go to Sunday school and church on Sunday. So I mean, we were always
Spend
around
all this time together.
Yeah. So it was always that was a big part. Was the church. So there was always like events back then when we were kids too.
Wow.
We had the basketball league when we were like 8th, 9th grade older. Yeah. He was the president though, so that's why these were the offs. I was looking through this, and this was '88, so it would have been 10th grade. But
wow,
where's Goya? Yeah, Perry was president in 1988. Yeah, that's why he's up front. Those were all the officers.
Did someone arch like this?
I don't know. I found this picture. It was Perry and I. It was some event at church, I would think.
He looks the same.
He does,
man.
doesn't he?
So wow, so you still have that photo? That's
yeah, I found
that.
it. There he goes. There's his.
Wow.
We had our school and our friends at school in the neighborhood, and then we had like the Greek kind of friends and activities. So you kind of had like the two different kind of things. So.
Was there ever? Well, I guess
a little overlap, but
yeah. But that's
we got
cool,
one of our American friends to play basketball with. One time, snuck him in when we got into church league and stuff.
Really?
We all knew each other.
Was he really good?
Better than us. So.
But I think maybe about 15 years ago, I realized I love to create things. So to see like an uncooked dinner and to create it and to present it, or to grow a business from where we were to where we are now, just to and the social aspect, because you usually when we cook, you're cooking with family and other people. I kind of enjoyed with my team, kind of growing things and being around. It's like a team effort. It was like it was very social for me. I enjoyed it. working in your garden, growing your own vegetables, doing certain things, putting foods together. And a lot of these foods, like to make baklava or spanakopita or some of these other things, are very time intensive. So that's a lot of way how we would socialize together. Have garlic, some parsley, lemon juice, salt, pepper. It's very simple Mediterranean spices. As long as you respect every culture, you can understand them. You don't have to believe every single thing out there, because if you believe everything, you essentially believe nothing, right?
Yeah.
So you want to hold on to your beliefs, and as an Orthodox Christian, I'm very grounded in my beliefs and what my parents taught me and grandparents, and then the Greek culture has given so much to the world. But there have been other cultures that have given their part too, and it's great to kind of see and how other cultures live, and you kind of realize we're all family oriented. We're all we love to center around food in our different ways.
God blessed us. In fact, He blessed us with both boys. Perry is a very outgoing young fella. He was always talkative. If he meets somebody, he will talk. And in school, his teacher said he was very outgoing, talked a little bit too much. I kind of laughed. I says, no, that's Perry. This is, of course, John's mother. And so this was where Perry was christened. And this is his godfather and godmother. And then they completely immersed them in the...
That's what they do.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure whether dentistry was in his mind. I think that came later on. We had a person in our community who was a dentist. And so when Perry finished college, he wasn't quite sure, so he worked there one summer, and he said that was what he wanted to do.
I met my wife, come on, here, in 1961. She just graduated from high school and was going to college. I just saw her there. I didn't even know who she was. She was it was a pretty girl there taking pictures and typing menus.
God just brought you two together.
And that was 1961.
But he talked to other girls at the community. I noticed that.
Kalyoriksi, y'all make your way around. We have the knives and forks.
Being that we were close in age, I kind of followed him wherever we went. So when he went to college, I went to the same college. He was in a fraternity, I joined the same fraternity. We roomed together at Chapel Hill for graduate school when he was going into dental. So it just seemed to always work out.
Very homesick. And going back to Europe, I was the happiest guy on the whole ship.
Being together, the love, the caring, all that. I mean, you can have friends, but you depend on your family because you know they're always going to be there.
So when I see people, for example, Dr. Perry and his wife Faye and their children, they're countless generations. They have been Greek Orthodox. But one of the things that makes them special is that it means something to them. It's important to them. It's not just something cultural that they inherited, but they want to learn. They just keep asking questions and following, the teachings of Christ and the teachings of the saints, and they just keep learning, and it's important to them.
Thank you for your time and attention today. This is my fourth core business presentation. So some of the issues that I'm struggling with as a CEO, and kind of like my direction of where I think I should go, or where should I go, or should I even do this or do that. My job, we share life at our practice. We share the good times, the bad times. We share the deaths and the unfavorable diagnoses. Think of where dentistry started, or when I started to practice. People didn't like going to the dentist. It was scary. I would get jokes about, I like seeing you, doc, but I don't like seeing you, just because they didn't like coming to the dentist. And now we've kind of transformed that, where people actually look forward to their cleanings. Having people over to our house, or you're opening your door to your home and welcoming people in. You're being very hospitable. You're serving them. And that's how I kind of see patients that walk through the door. We postponed expansion to another location, and it really wasn't by choice, but when I realized it wasn't going to happen, then I consciously made the decision, you know what, I need to focus on my team. Like, what can I do? Why can't we go to that next level? What's really holding me back? We're holding our 10th annual free dental event, Servants of Smiles. So I couldn't do it by myself, so it wasn't the team's desire to volunteer there Saturday to come. It wouldn't have happened. So to do something for 10 years in a row, I find that as a great achievement, and that's due to my team and their dedication to the culture and how they want to serve the community.
Our mission is really to come alongside Christian CEOs and business owners to help them build great businesses for a greater purpose. Because I'm a firm believer that you are the average of the sum of the people in which you pull from. And when you're sitting around a table of 12 men and women who are faith-based, trying to lead companies for a greater purpose, and your average use is way, way up.
So this is my first job as a marketing coordinator, and I'm gonna start tearing up, but I am so blessed to be a part of this company, that they took a chance in me to grow, because I had no experience, and that can be a struggle coming straight out of college. But for here, I already feel like I'm growing, and they constantly push me, and I constantly have goals to reach and to set, and that's just something that I love to be a part of, and I'm honored to be a part of, that Dr. Stamatakis invests in me, personally and professionally, and I'm so excited to see where I can go from here.
If you want to grow people, it's not just about what they can do at work, it's about their whole life, because their personal life does affect their professional life.
Today, this is more of a facilitation type training, so a lot of the conversation is me helping guide and navigate, but really creating intention with what they're doing, and creating, like you guys are working on, thinking about like what is the culture of Zoe Dental, and that's where we come in and really train teams to think about what is your vision, what is your goal, not treating it like this is your job. It's a career focus, so that's really what I'm doing, is coming in and helping coach and train the philosophy of the company.
Just with me, not with the rest of the group. Right. Do you feel like that would be beneficial?
Yeah, absolutely. I think other things with dental hygiene school and the private practice I was working in Michigan, so it's like I'm not totaling up a lot, and just seeing what I've been able to see and understand that these processes can work when we want to put an item into. The
great thing about having a consultant, they're not just in this one office, they're in other offices, so they can give ideas on how other people solve problems, how not every office is the same, but sometimes the same problem can be solved the same way. So it's nice having mentors or consultants to, because you just need to have, it takes a village, right?
I've learned a lot about myself and how I can help influence people's roles at work, and I want to be able to do that more outside of work. We have a really close-knit group of friends who they all work in social work or other avenues where they're constantly helping people in that kind of way, and I bring a different perspective of like healthcare or
being patient-centric about stuff, and we all just sit and talk about stuff, and it's really helped me open my eyes to see like the impact that not only my job can have, but how I can have out in a community as well. Whenever I started here, I was a student and I was hired on to be an assistant, and I wanted that. I wanted to grow and have a future here, but it's giving me purpose at the same time. I see the impact we have on patients, community, and on the employees as well, and it's really fun to be a part of that.
Come on, Katie. We're the culture crew. We're the heart of it.
What's today?
Axe throwing! Not everything.
Not everything
is
do the
a
craft.
competition.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just about getting the team together, and
We did at Christmas, we decorated our doors,
Mhm.
and we actually won the Zoe Cup that time.
Dr. S actually drank water out of those.
Yes,
so.
he did.
A lot of people first conceptually think this is a really dangerous thing. You know, we sell beer, we have sharp objects, we're throwing them. But it's pretty easy to manage, honestly, as long as everybody stays safe and follows our guidelines for those safety rules. Just throwing safe, staying behind that safety line, and only throwers are up there.
It's funny to say team building because there are 3 different teams right now competing against each other, but everybody wants the other teams to do well. You know, they're like, hell yeah, you know, Karen from accounting, we love to see that.
One of the biggest things when you're talking about culture and intention is getting outside of the office and understanding who people are outside of their working career environment, and this is giving them that opportunity to let loose, connect on a different level, and have a lot of fun and create teamwork outside of the office too.
This builds more team bonding than our trainings do. Our trainings do this work. And you know, you saw us today, it was, I mean, we were joking around a little bit, but we were at work. But here, it's everybody gets to let their hair down. They don't see me as their boss as much. They see me more as, you know, hopefully, not necessarily a friend, but just the lighter side of me, right? Because we're not in work. And it's fun to see them not be out of the work element as well, just to see their personalities come through. And I mean, one of the guys asked me, he's like, gosh, you guys really do have a good time together. Like, everybody likes to have a good time together. I said, yeah, it's the culture, you know, it's real special.
So that we have this one patient whom I absolutely love. She's crazy, she's wonderful, she's lively, and every time she comes in, she demands that I be here for her appointments. There are times that I try to get away before she gets here, but she just brightens my day. Between that and our Servants of Smiles Day, I love that especially more because I'm Hispanic, and because we serve a lot of the Hispanic community, and I'm able to just interact with everybody and just let them know, you know, we're here to help them. So that's my favorite part.
Watching the doctors that come in that help, I think Dr. Hayes is coming, some of his assistants come in. It's just amazing to hear everything going on back there, and then just the constant back and forth, and the girls up here getting everything organized. It's crazy.
and try to give an experience, the hospitality that maybe many of these patients have never had before at a medical office, and some will probably be very nervous, some will probably have bad experiences, and we're going to give these customers, even though they're not paying, the same top-notch experience as our regular patients get. So it's usually a treat for them too. This is our 10th annual Servants of Smiles event, where we open up our office to the community. First come, first serve, and we do dentistry for free. They can choose from a free cleaning, extraction, or filling.
You should get a cleaning like twice a year, and you know it's very expensive to do that. And a lot of people work, but the high cost of everything right now, this is a blessing.
Every year, this is something that the community really looks forward to, and it's also something we look forward to. It's very rewarding, and we just love that we can help these people get out of pain and get their teeth cleaned. So I look forward to this every year, and I had to miss it last year, so I was not missing it this year.
I was raised by a Southern mother who taught me how to be gracious and kind to people, and that's what we're supposed to do in God's world. Just like these people are out here helping everybody, that's what you're supposed to do in life.
We're so blessed to have the practice and the success we've had in Asheville. We just feel like it's our duty to kind of give back to the community. You know, we have a team that loves giving back and wants to serve others. That's why we call it Servants of Smiles. But everybody showed up here today and took their Saturday to help others, and it's just a very rewarding event for us too, as it is for the patients here today.
You haven't smiled in 7 years?
In 7 years, because I haven't been happy about my smile. But he made it beautiful today, and I appreciate him so much. And these are tears of joy, because I just am over ecstatic for how he helped me, and he went above and beyond for what he was supposed to do, and I thank you.
There are a lot of people who appreciate this event and need this event, and if we could find others who have the same passion to help us kind of do this in other offices throughout the year, that would be such a blessing. Life's so busy, and you're busy being a parent and trying to raise them, make sure they're doing the right things, and sometimes they're pushing back. But when you have like moments like these where you can just be their Prince Charming, and just to see them, gosh, I mean, she looked like she was a teenager. Did you see how pretty she looked tonight? Oh man, I can't believe it. But she's just to see her grow, and as she's starting to mature, and her smile just twinkles. It's been, it's just a blessing to have this opportunity to have this night with her, because time goes by fast, and we just, you try to take all the moments you can, but you just want to, memorialize moments like these.